Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Online Master of Science in Management information session. We're excited that you're here with us today. My name is Stephanie. I'm one of the enrollment specialists supporting the online graduate programs on behalf of Ohio University. The session this evening will get you acquainted with the program director, walk you through opportunities for the program, share details about Ohio University and the online curriculum. You'll learn more about the Leadership Development Conference, the admissions requirements, and we'll wrap up with details and next steps. To start us off, I'd like to introduce the program director, Dr. Amy Taylor-Bianco. Dr. B.
All right. So hello, everyone. I'm Dr. B is probably the easiest way. That's what students tend to call me. I'm the program director for the MSM, and I love doing it. I've been the director since it started in 2000. And my background is in business psychology. So that's what my PhD is in and my work experience. And I love talking about the program. So that's me. But then I also want to introduce, I think I love, as much as the students, I love talking about the other faculty who make this program great. So let me introduce you to some of the folks here. So Dr. Gregorius Lavanis, he is a global economic strategist, and he really gets us going kind of into business strategy and really gets us grounded in business theory. So you know that this program is really designed for managers and people who want to lead people, but he grounds us in the other stuff that we need to know. And then Jana Cimelli is a analytics and decision scientist. She teaches a class that students absolutely love as well in decision making, in kind of the perceptions that we have and how that leads to formulating decisions. And students tell us that they love that class as much for what it does for their personal life as for their professional life. So we're all learning together. And then Steve Musser, he does our capstone project, and Tim Reynolds, he is was a Fortune 500 executive talent leader, and now is a Ohio University professor teaching talent management. And then Kim Jordan is a storyteller, nurse leader, also a coach. Tammy Reynolds, corporate HR. Laura Drake, she is a community leader, business owner, and gets us thinking in terms of the legalities of management and just what we need to know. And then Ana Rosado Fager is our department chair and fearless supply chain expert. So you'll meet other professors too. There's lots of different folks that you meet, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the kind of diversity of great faculty that we have. And then to go on to really, why are we doing this? Why are you interested in management? Like, why does management matter? So McKinsey came out with a report just last year that managers are the single biggest determinant of employee satisfaction and performance. They literally make or break it for employees. You might think about that, your current boss or a boss that you've had in the past. I mean, they're a lot of why we come to work or why we change organizations. Even if we love the company overall, it has a lot to do with that manager. And so we can make that experience better for people while also, driving the bottom line and getting done what we need to do. So there's a lot of research behind this. And really, this degree is, it's the kind of degree of choice in Europe. Students tend to do an MSM rather than an MBA if they want to manage people. So just some of the reasons for the MSM. And then let's go into why our MSM, why Ohio University? Maybe you were a Bobcat before, maybe you weren't, and you're looking at us. We have some really different, creative and innovative kinds of advantages for you that other programs don't have. So we have fireside chats, which I'll talk about, group leadership, group executive coaching, executive mentors. These are all extras that are available to you on top of any courses or kind of the basic types of things that every student would have going through an online program. So, of course, absolute flexibility for your schedule and pace. Class formats work for you. They're offered in 7-week formats, usually a class at a time, really work for you. You're not in class a lot, but you have a lot of opportunities to get together and to develop your community together. So we've got great networking and professional development, a lot of different ways. We'll talk more about that. But also, the College of Business is AACSB accredited, which is the top accreditation for business colleges. We have an incredible GradCat career management program where the jobs are just incredible, and not just the jobs, but the development you get around your career. And then nationally ranked, in terms of our graduate programs. So if you're ready to look a little deeper, let's move into the MSM kind of at a glance. So we've got assessment and individual coaching. So I actually work with you as a leadership coach around a particular assessment, really a world-class, more expensive, less well-known, but more expensive assessment. The higher up you get in the organization, the more you'll hear about it. But that's the Hogan assessment. And we do individual coaching about what it says about you and how you can develop in the best possible ways so that your program is guided by your strengths and also your developmental opportunities. You customize it with your own certificates. You choose, we've got the options, but you choose. It's deeply experiential, yet online with 100% online coursework. Again, that expert career guidance, the student peer collaboration and networking. I have to give it to our students is really unparalleled. That community again is incredible, both current students and alumni working together. And then a really collaborative capstone consulting project. Right now, students are all using their areas of expertise to work on a consulting project with a bank who's looking at virtual and in-person work opportunities and how things are going, how it's affecting their organizational culture. They're meeting with the president of the bank, the students, and going through, everything from, morale to everything. They, conducting surveys. It's a real life consulting project that you get to talk about, but yet you're doing it in a group. So it's very manageable, very manageable. So let's take a look at what you do, like what you're actually doing in the program. So let's go from the beginning there. If we start on the left, so you've got that first certificate, management and leadership. I teach the first class in that, so I always get everybody first, and I get them toward the end, which I love because I get to see you grow, the incredible progress that you make. I should mention too, when I say about that growth, that we have students right from soon out of college to people older than myself, and proud of it. So we've got people, across the career span. So you're also getting a lot from your fellow classmates. But those 3 courses, that certificate hangs together. It's a great experience. And then you choose 2 certificates. So anything that you choose, we've got a lot of different areas. Excuse me, from business analytics to human resource management, even the analytics, we teach it in kind of 2 different ways. One where you can be the person doing the analytics, and another where you can be the person who's very knowledgeable and guides the analytics and communicates with leadership about what they need. So there's, different certificates. We just added a finance certificate for people interested in finance. A lot of people take our human resource certificate and either our operations and supply chain, which is kind of cutting edge, or the sales and sales leadership. We've just added project management as well, which is a great opportunity to take those courses. And then we follow up with the capstone, 2-course capstone. So you have one course that is the only one that's spread out over the course of the semester, so that it's not too much while you're doing that capstone project. And then we have a effectiveness and research class that is where I teach you again, and that one's only the first 7 weeks. So that's what we have for you. And again, it's customizable, it's flexible. People even, if you have a life change or something and you need to stop out and stop back in, all of that is possible in this program. And it, wasn't really traditionally possible in a lot of programs. Here's words from our student Isabelina, and you can read what she wrote here. So she found the customizable and stackable certificate approach to be really, really flexible and helpful for her. Particularly, she was doing a lot of this. She was in the US for parts of it, but not for all of it. Her husband worked different places, as did she, throughout the program. So it was very helpful that it was flexible for her. Everybody likes that aspect. And then the career outlook is incredible. So we surveyed people, and there are some people that come in and really don't want a career change. They just want a degree. So allowing for that, 93% saw improvement in their promotability since entering the program. So there are some people that just didn't want to be promoted, but 93% saw an increase. We prepare you for leadership management, problem solving, and combined expertise, which you normally cannot get in a master's program. Really unique combinations that are out there, where people are trying to hire people with these combinations that most folks don't have. So you have the opportunity to get any of those combinations. And then graduates are promoted to take new positions. These are just some of the, broad array of positions that people take. We also have a strong alumni database, and again, strong career support. So there's help in getting those positions. And then again, coming back to the students and how great they are, we have a graduate student leadership board, and they help create some of these enrichment opportunities. And they even give back to the program in incredible ways, because it, you can hear it from them. You can talk to a student if you want, but it really is life-changing, for most of the students. So one of the things that we've done out of the program is we have developed a podcast, which you can find on, Spotify, Apple, wherever you'd like to. These are some of the options. But that's created by an alumnus and myself. So Nick Winenberg, it's kind of his gift back to the program as we get together and create these podcasts that introduce you to, prior students in the program, alumni, some of our leaders on campus. We just did an episode with the provost, which will get ready to go out. We've got one with the president. So you really get to know people, and, and it becomes your place, your community. So that's one of the enrichment opportunities, and that's available to you now. If you even want to just check out some of the episodes to learn about us. And then we have something that's very unique. We have executive coaching. So 6 times a year, twice a semester, we have executive group coaching. So you're coached in a group. There's a little safety in the group part. You don't have to put everything out there, but yet you can learn strategies and get better at various topics. So this is about called Confidence Unlocked. It's one that we just did, strategies for success, and really talking about where we get our confidence from and helping us to figure it out for ourselves. So in coaching, people aren't kind of telling us or teaching us, you get enough teaching, but this is student-centered, student-focused. And we just love it. It's great. Here is a quick little photo from a recent session. This one was actually from a fireside chat, which is something else that we do. And Tiffany Cooper was there talking to us about her experience and both her corporate experience and now her own company that she has and what she does with that. So students were asking questions, and it was a great night, as they always are. And those are usually, we do them on Wednesday night, 6 to 7, so that you can kind of stack anything you need to show up for all together. So we've got these opportunities throughout the semester, usually 4 things throughout the semester. And then the Leadership Development Conference, which is a great opportunity. You come to campus, meet other students. It's a 2-day experience, coming in on a Friday afternoon through a Saturday evening. And I don't know what to say about it. It's kind of life-changing. I know that might sound cliche, but it kind of is life-changing. You get to meet the people that you've been talking to this whole time, other students, professors, all of our amazing staff and administrators. You get to work together and get more development and more hands-on experience. So students love it. You need to come once, or we encourage you to come once. You can come a few more times, depending on the length of your program. We have world-class speakers, classmates from across the country. We always have alumni speakers as well, and meet the faculty. It's a great time to meet the faculty. Every LDC is theme-packed. We also recently recorded a podcast talking about the LDC, and with the folks who lead it, Dean Jill Nice and Andrew Pischel, talking about the LDC and what to expect. So that should be coming out very soon, either December or January. I'm not sure when we're scheduled for that, but that one will be coming out, and be a great opportunity. So I hope you're excited by the program. I'm always happy to connect. Stephanie works with our students. She knows the quality and the incredible aspects of the program. And you may be wondering now, so you've heard the other parts, but you may be wondering, like, what's tuition? Like, how do I actually do this thing? So let me go over to the tuition aspect and bring it back over to Stephanie Sawyer, who will talk to us about that aspect of the program.
Thank you, Dr. B. So the tuition, and if I can get the next slide, please.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
You're good. So the tuition is done in a per credit hour. So if you're an Ohio resident, it is $8.29 per credit, or if you're not a resident, $8.48 per credit. So your total investment for the 33 credit hours is right around $27,000. And you'll see there's the Ohio resident and non-resident, with just a slight difference there. Now, as far as any additional costs, please keep in mind the travel to the amazing Leadership Development Conference, and it really is amazing. I've attended personally. The LDC, you would have to cover your own travel, lodging, and a lot of the meals are included. But then you might have some additional costs as well in addition to the tuition. For example, textbooks, potential supplies, and potential fees. So you'll want to keep that in mind as well. And then the OU alumni, there are also military, OU alumni, and corporate partner employees that are eligible to receive a 15% tuition incentive scholarship. So that's typically available. However, for a limited time right now, and this particular scholarship will override the incentive scholarship for the alumni, military, and corporate partners, this is open and available to all students right now for a limited time. Right now, it's the spring 2025 for a $10,000 scholarship. So if you are interested in the upcoming term, the spring 2025, you'd be looking, instead of $27,000, you'd be looking right around $17,000 for the tuition for the program. If you're an alumni, military, or corporate partner, and that 10,000 scholarship is no longer available, because as I did mention, it is available for a limited time, obviously your other scholarship would take over, and then students can look for additional scholarships outside of Ohio University as well. So I'm sure you're also wondering what to do as far as admission. So the admission requirements include a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited institution. They would like to see a 3.0 GPA. And if you don't have a 3.0, students with an undergrad under that can provide a one-page statement of explanation, and your enrollment specialist can work with you on what that needs to look like. You need to provide an official copy of your transcripts. You need officials from your degree-bearing institutions. If you have an associate's and a bachelor's, you would need to provide those. If you already have a master's, you need to include those as well. And then you'll provide copies of transcripts from all schools attended. Even if you just have one credit from a summer class taken during undergrad, you do need to provide all of those transcripts as well. There's only one letter of recommendation required. This does need to be a professional recommendation. So a boss, a supervisor, somebody that's employed you and given you feedback in some capacity, that professional letter of recommendation does need to be included. And then you'll provide a copy of your professional resume or CV. There's also usually a $50 application fee, but we do have application fee waivers available, especially if you're working with an enrollment specialist. We can get that fee waived for you. And you'll note there is no GRE or GMAT required, which students really appreciate. So that definitely alleviates that obstacle to starting an application for graduate school. And if you have specific questions on application, the program, we're happy to work with you on your student journey to attend OU. If you would give us a call, the phone number here is 740-924-5725. We also have an email, getstarted@ohio.edu. And there are a lot of wonderful enrollment specialists that can assist you and help you with those next steps. So we appreciate you being with us here today, and for Dr. B sharing the awesome information about the program. So again, if you'd like to get started or have additional questions, please reach out to us as well.
We're excited to speak with you. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.